Friends, I welcome you all to our today's session. Uh, Today we will be learning some of the basic concepts of income tax. Let me share the screen with you. You can have a look. That friends, we have understood the scheme of taxation, and we know that every person whose total income of the previous year exceeds the maximum amount which is not chargeable to income tax is an assessee and chargeable to income tax at the rate or rates prescribed in the Finance Act for the relevant assessment year. So this is the point, or this is the concept we are discussing. And in that context, we have discussed that various kinds of persons are there. Okay. And we know persons include, we have also seen the definition of person. Person includes this 7 category of person. We know who are individuals, who are HUF, who are FAR, who are AOP, BOI, and what is the meaning of company. I think up to this we had discussed earlier. Yes, yes or no? So these are
Yes, sir.
various category of persons. So individual, HUF, you and I, all of us are individuals. And who is an individual? It is not defined in income tax law. We have to consider the natural meaning. HUF stands for Hindu Undivided Family. Okay. The constitution of this particular type of person we had discussed earlier. Then farm refers to partnership farm. It includes limited liability partnerships also. What is AOP, BOI? That is association of persons or body of individuals. These differences also we had discussed. The meaning of company under Income Companies Act as well as under Income Tax Act, we had discussed this thing. Okay. Now 2 more categories of persons are there. Local authority. That means, example, you can take municipal
company also not completed.
Company we have not discussed. So let us discuss from this point. AOP, BOI was over, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, AOP, BOI was over, right? So let us start from this part, company. Let me explain you what is company. Now let me explain you the meaning of company under income tax law. Friends, all of you must be familiar with this definition. Company means a company incorporated under this act or under any previous company law. So many times when we ask this question, what is company? This is the definition which comes to our mind. But friends, remember, this is the definition which is provided under Companies Act 2013. Section 2, Clause 20 of Companies Act defines company like this. Are you familiar with this definition or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes. This is the definition that comes to mind. Okay, means a company which is incorporated under Companies Act 2013 or under any previous company law, maybe Companies Act 1956 or prior to that, whatever company law was there. If it is incorporated under those laws, then that can be referred to companies. But this is the definition under Companies Act 2013. And if you write the similar definition under Income Tax Act, you are not going to fetch any marks. Under Income Tax Act, if you see the definition, here it is provided under Section 2, Clause 17. Okay, so Section 2, Clause 17 of Income Tax Act defines company to mean, as you can see, Indian company, body corporate incorporated by or under any law outside India, institution, association, or body assessed as company on or before 1/4/1970. Institution, association, or body declared by Central Board of Direct Taxes as companies. So these are various categories of companies, or this is the meaning of companies. Okay, all Indian companies are companies. Or if a body corporate which is incorporated under any law outside India, that means foreign companies are also companies. Okay, and if a particular association or institution is already assessed as a company or being assessed as a company since 1/4/1970, that will also be continued to be assessed as a company. And also now you have seen the last point says the Central Board of Direct Taxes can declare a particular institution, association, body as a company. Once that is declared, they will be assessed as a company. Okay, understood? The
Yes,
first point that must be coming to your mind, then what is the meaning of Indian company? Indian company is a company, is it not? Okay, Indian company, if you see, this is defined under section 2, clause 26. As you can look at this definition, you can find it is an inclusive definition as well as the exhaustive definition. It says company means, or Indian company means, a company formed and registered under Companies Act 2013. So this is an exhaustive definition and includes. The remaining part is an inclusive definition. So this is an inclusive as well as exhaustive definition. And it includes a company formed and registered under any law relating to the companies formerly in force in any part of India. So if there is some law which is applicable, which was applicable in some part of India, maybe the law might be having some regional application. For example, law might be applicable to the state of Jammu and Kashmir, or maybe it is specifically applicable to some union territories. And if a company is registered under that law, that will also be treated as an Indian company. Secondly, a corporation established under central, state, or provincial act. Okay, the central government, state governments, and provincial governments, they incorporate, they establish certain corporations. Those corporations shall also be treated as Indian company. Then institution, association, body declared by Central Board of Direct Taxes as Indian company shall also be treated as Indian company. Okay, in case of the state of Jammu and Kashmir, the company formed or registered for any law for the time being in force. Earlier, let us say that law was there and that law was applicable to the state of Jammu and Kashmir and the company was formed under that law. That company will also be treated as an Indian company. Okay, or if a company who is registered under any law which was there in the Union Territory of Dadra Nagar Haveli, Goa, Daman, Diu, Pondicherry, all those companies will also be treated as Indian company. This is the definition of Indian company. And once a company is an Indian company, if you look this definition, Indian companies are always company under Income Tax Act. Is it clear to you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, friends. Okay. Now, for tax purpose, we'll classify our companies like this. We can call some companies as domestic companies, some companies as foreign companies. First, we need to understand what is a domestic company, because foreign company is a company which is not a domestic company. So first, if you look at here, what is a foreign company? Company which is not a domestic company. So therefore, it is important for us to understand this part. That is, what is a company we need to understand. Right? So domestic company means all Indian company. Indian company is always a domestic company. But in addition to that, can you read what is written here? Can any of you read what is written in this box? Can you read it out?
Sir, company which has made arrangement for declaring and paying dividend within India out of the income chargeable to tax in India.
So this is the special provision. That means even if the company is not an Indian company, but it has made arrangement for declaring and paying dividend within India out of the income chargeable to tax in India. That means that company has made some arrangement to declare and pay dividend in India. If that arrangement is made, that company, even if it is not an Indian company, shall also be regarded as domestic company. Are you getting?
Yes, sir.
No, sir. No, sir. I could not get.
Okay, let me try to explain you one thing. Friends, first I explained you what is the definition of company. There we have seen company means Indian company. A company includes Indian company, right? So it was important for us to understand what is an Indian company. Indian company, you have understood if it is a company which is incorporated under Indian Companies Act 2013 or prior law, that is Indian company. Plus, you see, if there was some company law which was having local application and the company was registered under that law, that is also treated as Indian company. Okay, so Indian company part is clear. Company and Indian company, these two things you understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now, next concept is then why you are understanding, why you are trying to again further classify them as domestic company and foreign company. This is so under income. This is for the reason that under income tax law, rates are different for domestic company, rates are different for foreign companies. For rate purposes, these companies are classified as domestic and foreign. Okay. So foreign companies are normally taxed at a higher rate. Domestic companies are normally taxed at a lower rate. We'll be learning those things. So now there is a need to classify them. Which one is a domestic company? Which one is a foreign company? Okay. What is a foreign company? If it is not domestic, then it is a foreign. So now it is important for us to learn what is a domestic company. Okay. Now, first of all Indian companies are domestic companies. So no doubt about this. Secondly, if in a company which is a non-Indian company, if it has made some arrangement for declaration and distributions of dividend in India out of the income which are taxable in India, let us say he has made some arrangement for distribution of dividend in India, that company will be still regarded as what? Domestic company. Okay. Are you getting it?
Yes, sir. That means most of the which one MNC companies, they're providing the services and
If it is a multinational company which is not
yes, sir.
incorporated in India, but
Yes, sir.
he has some arrangement for declaration and payment of dividend in India.
Okay, sir.
That's also a domestic company.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Their headquarters are in India or
No, headquarter
where?
question
That means
doesn't
they're
arise at all.
Yes, sir.
Headquarter may be located anywhere.
Yes, sir.
Headquarter
That
thing
means
has not been
main
mentioned in
office.
law.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you have understood what is Indian company.
Yes, sir.
Right? Indian company you have understood. This is Indian. Okay, which is registered under Indian Companies Act or any urban law or any local law which was applicable in India. All of them are Indian companies. So Indian companies are domestic companies. Then company which has made some arrangement for paying dividend in India, they are also domestic companies. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now understood the meaning of company. Now next type of person is local authority. Local authority means these are the examples only. What is local authority? It has not been defined. So you have to understand it with the help of examples like municipal committee, district board, body of port commissioners, panchayat, cantonment board. So these are the examples of local authority. Okay. So these are the authorities who are legally entrusted by government with control or management of a municipality or a local fund. They are called as local authority. Okay. Then the last category of person is artificial juridical person. These are the persons other than natural persons which has a separate entity in the eyes of law, but may not be directly sued by court of law. That means you cannot file a legal suit against them. They are not natural persons. But just like natural persons, they can be treated as a separate entity. They can own property, they can buy property, sell property, all these things they can do. For examples, deities, idols are the examples of artificial juridical person. You can take the example of Lord Tirupati, Lord Jagannath. They have their properties. So they are artificial juridical person. Understood? These are the 7 category persons we have discussed earlier. Okay, if you have a look at the list we had shown you earlier, the definition of persons includes individual, HUA, FAR, AOPBOY, company, local authority, and AJP.
Sir, in that portion, one mentioned union government is not anything written there.
Okay. Even government is not a person. That
Yes,
was
yes.
written here.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So union government is not to be taxed.
Okay, sir. Only the local
That is for
authorities are there.
understanding purpose only.
Yes,
It
sir.
has it in here. Local authorities are included in persons. Okay. Union government is not included as a person,
Yes, sir.
I guess.
Sir,
Yes,
could you
please.
please explain AOP and
AOP,
yes,
BOI.
sir, AOP and BOI? I missed the last class actually, so I wanted to know.
Okay, you see, again, I repeat one thing. Okay, let me first explain you that thing, then I will tell you what to do. Well, friends, for the benefit of all of you, let me repeat this explanation. What is the meaning of AOP? AOP, as you can see, it stands for Association of Persons. And persons, you know, 7 category of persons are right. And what is BOI? BOI means body of individuals. That means all the members must be individuals. But whereas AOP, all the members need not be individuals. For example, suppose myself, I am what? An individual, company, a farm, what? I am what type of person?
Individual.
I am an individual. So me and a partnership farm, or myself, me and a company jointly do a business, not a business, jointly do an activity. We formed a joint venture, not a partnership. Okay. Suppose myself and XYZ Private Limited, both of us entered into a joint venture and we are doing a particular activity. So both of us are building a flyover. Once the flyover is over, then our relationship ends there. After that, we don't have any business relationship. Okay, so it's not a partnership firm. It is a association of persons because both the members of this joint venture are not individuals. One is an individual, other one is a company. So you can call this type of entities as association of persons. Okay, but let us say I and you jointly enter into a joint venture. You can call it as body of individuals because all the members are individuals. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Are you getting? So if you analyze it from the meaning point of view, a group of persons who join together with for some common object, that is called as association of person. But a group of individuals who join together for some certain activity, their body of individuals. That means object may not be common in case of AOP. And an object is common in case of AOP, association of person. But the object may not be common. They are involved in a particular activity, but maybe with different objective. Here you can see this particular point. Here we have common object in case of AOP, but in case of BOI, you may not have common object. Let me explain you. For example, let us say both of us, you and me, are jointly involved in an activity. We are learning, we are in the classroom, right? But whether our object is same? Answer is no. Your objective is to learn, my objective is to teach you. But we are involved in the same activity with different objects. Are you getting?
Yes, sir.
Let us say both of us are sitting in the class and something happens. Something happened. And the court held both of us responsible. A third party, let us say court of law, decides that since all of you are attending in that class you have damaged something, let us say you have destroyed some property, then court says that compensation you pay jointly. That means a third party is trying to form a body of individuals. Our objective was not common. Okay, objective was not common, but a third party, for example, the court of law, is deciding that this entire group is a body of individuals. Okay, in case of body of individual, if you see, they join together for some common activity, but object may not be common. Membership in case of association of person, any person can be a member. But whereas in case of body of individuals, only individuals can be. And one more important distinction you can see, but association person is a voluntary association. That means people voluntarily come together to form an association. Whereas in case of body of individuals, as I told you, it's not a voluntary association. But a third party, let us say court is deciding that you are one group, you are a body of individuals, you have to pay compensation jointly. Are you getting me now?
Yes, sir.
This is the difference between AOP and BOI. Got it?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yes. Now, local authority HAP we have discussed. Okay. Is it clear up to this?
Yes, sir.
Any query you have? Up to this, do you have any query?
No, sir.
No, sir.